Hey there, crazy kids! I am the Good Old Gamer, and we're back to another FTL video. This one, we're taking a break from the action once again, now that we've completed another run of the game with the Donut, the NG Cruiser. Right here, we made it as far as we've ever made it, but of course we were on easy difficulty instead of normal. Don't worry, fans of FTL, I will get back on the normal run next time. But for right now, I just wanted to give you guys another quick overview of the previous run, my thoughts, and maybe some new strategies sort of to think about for future runs. Alright, so again, spoiler alert, if you have not seen my runs of the game as of yet, go back, watch them, and come back. Okay? Okay. So, the donut. We made it clear to Sector 8. We were on easy difficulty, and the game did present me with that fact that it was on easy difficulty. There were only a couple of close calls that actually kept me interested in the run. But we were given a lot. We were given the Defense Drone Mark II. And not like even in a store, like right in the actual game loot from one of the vents. Which is fine. I mean, we got enough scrap during the run that we were able to upgrade the drone capacity enough to run 3 drones at once, which opened up an achievement for us. So now we are one achievement in. We only need one more of these achievements, and we will have the Type B NG Cruiser. I don't know when we'll get this. We'll have to come back and play the NG Cruiser out again and see if we can get one of these unlocked. But that'll be later. I'm going to go back to the Kestrel in the next run. Right there. And we haven't unlocked any of those yet. Although, I think I could probably try getting this one, 6 unique aliens, and a full arsenal. Or maybe tough little ship. I don't know. Full arsenal shouldn't be too much if we can get scrap and the stores have what we need. Because we just need the cloaking device, the crew teleporter, and the drone control. Shouldn't be too tricky. We just need the scrap to buy them. And that'll unlock that. I don't know about these other ones, which one we'll get. But it'd be cool to have a Type B Kestrel Cruiser. I have no idea what the Type B Kestrel Cruiser is. but that's one reason enough to go get it, I guess. And of course, because our ship made it the farthest, most of the people on that ship got the scores here on the stats, except for Telek. Telek was on one of the Kestrel ships, I think the Defiant, or maybe the Delta Flyer, I don't know, one of those two. And he got the most repairs because he was the only... He might have been the only NG on board, or else he was the main repair guy. He was like an extra guy that went around and did repairs. I don't know, but the reason that none of my NG on the NG Cruiser got the highest repair is because there was more than one of them. So they would sit there and repair their own system and not go around the rest of the ship repairing others. I don't know. Easy mode for this game... I can see why beginners would play it out, because it is kind of nice in that it'll give you some close calls, but it'll also make you feel accomplished by getting you towards the end of the game, as long as you have an idea of what you're doing. And it's not nearly as harsh as normal mode, but having played normal mode first for 3 different rounds, switching down to easy mode and encountering those events and stuff, I was missing normal mode, honestly. That's not to say easy mode wasn't challenging. Easy mode had its moments. There were some close calls. I almost died once or twice, but I don't know. There's something about normal mode. Seems more legit, more challenging, more like what the game was made to be played on. It seems like it's more balanced, and I don't know. You can't get too powerful for the enemies around you, and at the same time, I don't know, you're always on the edge of your seat. You never know when the next beacon might kill you. And I don't know, I kind of like normal mode better, but easy was fun. And we might try it again sometime, especially if we get a more difficult ship I know the stealth cruiser is pretty difficult, so I might hop back on easy for that. I don't know. It was kind of fun, but it wasn't exactly my preferred experience with FTL anyways. The NG Cruiser itself, I'll probably play that out again. I'll have to if I want to get the achievement unlocked for it. But beyond that, I am interested in playing it again. It was fun. It was interesting to be able to play out an NG Cruiser, have NG aboard the ship immediately, and be able to repair systems pretty easily. Because then it made ship system repair almost unimportant. In that the only thing concerning the ship I really had to worry about was hull repair. So that was really interesting. And the fact that you get to start off with a drone was interesting. Um, I'd play it out again. I had fun. Um, it might also stem from the fact that I got farther in a single run with the NG Cruiser than I did with 3 different Kestrel layouts. But I still think I kind of prefer the Kestrel in terms of starting out equipment. Um, Especially for playing on normal, the Kestrel sets you off better. The only thing is, though, playing the NG Cruiser out, you know you're at a disadvantage to start with. You know that you have to rely on that offensive drone, that anti-ship drone, to do any damage for you because the only other thing you have is that ion blast. So it does make you play smarter and more tactical, if that's a word, tactical, yeah. Then at least it made me play smarter and more tactical than I did on the Kestrel, because on the Kestrel you start out with your blast lasers and your missiles. And for me, I think one of the issues I've had with it is that I get too comfortable early on because I can take on things in the first 3 to 4 sectors without much trouble, even if I don't upgrade my ship very much, because I have so much offensive power already. You know, you knock down the shields with a missile or two, and then you just beat them down with your lasers, and boom, you're done. Which is a drawback when you get into the later sectors, because, of course, with the later sectors, the enemies have stronger shields, and especially if you don't get weapons upgrades, you rely on your missiles to take care of those shields for you, and you can run out of missiles like I did. And when you run out of missiles, you become defenseless because your lasers will not get through 2 or 3 shield layers alone. You need the missiles, or you need to find yourself an ion cannon or whatever to get past it, or better missile launchers or whatever. But um, that's one thing I've learned playing the NG Cruiser out, is that when I go back to the Kestrel, I have to be much more strategic early on. Even though I don't need to be, even though I can get through the first 2 to 3 sectors without a lot of trouble most of the time, I really got to plan ahead. I got to be like, okay, I'm whipping these guys now, but I'm going to hit a dead wall here eventually. So I need to be careful of that. I don't know. It was an interesting run with the NG Cruiser, and I'm looking forward to playing it out again sometime. But we're going to go back to the Kestrel for now and take on the normal difficulty again and see what I can do. I think I'm going to try out a strategy where, especially early on, in like the first few sectors, I'm going to attempt to knock out the oxygen in enemy ships as quick as I can, um, and then let the crew suffocate because you get more scrap. It's more difficult to do later on, of course, when you're facing the tougher ships. But in the first few sectors, it would be really nice to get as much scrap as possible, so you can upgrade things or buy weapons or whatever it is you need to do. Um, the only trick is with the Kestrel ship. With the Ion ship, it wouldn't be too hard because I can just blast the oxygen tank with the Ion gun, and just keep it off from there. But with this one, I would have to use the lasers, knock out the oxygen, or the missile, knock out the oxygen, and then just wait and try not to kill the ship in terms of keeping their weapons down or whatever. Um, but I know there's like a bionic or biological beam or something that will kill crew members on enemy ships without killing the ship itself. So we could be on the search for that. And of course, we could also end up buying an ion gun, which would go a long way to killing off the oxygen in the enemy ships without destroying them. Um, I think that would be an interesting tactic. Mainly, like I said, to gather a lot of scrap early on when it's not a big deal to do so much, so we can prepare more for the later stages. Um, we need we need to have a bunch of scrap to upgrade the ship, especially in terms of shields, in terms of engines, for evasion, um, weapons, probably, if we can get some weapons. Anyways, that's an idea. Also, of course, I'm not too terribly concerned at this point with getting to the end boss and killing the end boss and winning the game. I mean, if I do, great. You know, I'm going to plan ahead to survive long enough to try that. Um, but I also think I'm going to go for achievements, especially the Kestrel achievements here to unlock this other layer, this other type of Kestrel cruiser. Not so much these achievements anymore because these don't really seem to unlock anything. It's just mostly bragging rights. If I happen to do these, that's great, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, or even if I care to. I don't know. We'll see. But I am interested in trying to get these, so we'll probably spend a bunch of our scrap. Another reason I want to get a bunch of scrap at the oxygen deal is for this, the full arsenal. Because that would mean we have to get the cloaking device, drone control, teleporter. The teleporter and the cloaking device. The cloaking device is 150 and the teleporter is 75 if I remember right. So right there is 225 scrap. And then the drone control is like 50 or something. So we're going to need close to 300 scrap just to get all those. So, anyways, just my thoughts. I had a good time on the donut. I'm going to miss playing the donut. But we'll get back to the NG Cruiser again soon. We might even take it on next time on normal difficulty and see how much we can do there, since we seem to get through easy difficulty relatively well enough. We'll see how we do on the normal. But next time, like I said, Kestrel Cruiser, and we'll see where we go from there. Anyways, that'll be it for now, I suppose. Stay tuned for more FTL next time. Thanks for watching, boys and girls. I'm the Good Old Gamer. I've been having fun so far. Actually, a lot more fun than I originally thought I was going to have, and I'm still planning to keep on playing. So look forward to more later. Bye-bye for now.